Hello, welcome back to the Symptoms of Menopause series, and this is part 11. And the last video we were discussing libido and testosterone. I will do an update on that video or that topic soon here. And this video is all about hot flashes. So, this is going to be a short, sweet video, and I want to happily report that this is one symptom. If you've been following along with me, I hope you have. And please, if you haven't, you should watch them all in order. It's going to make more sense, and it's literally more not about the symptoms in order, and hello, there's no order of symptoms that there would be. Every woman is different, but it's the order of kind of how my symptoms presented themselves and what is actually happening now. So if you follow along, then you'll kind of know where I'm at and what is happening. Maybe I share a video and I'm doing something, I stop that, I'm doing this now. So I recommend doing that. You don't have to. I'm just so glad you're here. And by the way, I'm Jennifer, if I didn't say that, and this is Symptoms of Menopause. So, hot flashes. Okay, so I am so happy about this video because if you've been following along, you know I've hit the symptom jackpot and I've got all symptoms of menopause. And don't get too excited. I do and have had the hot flashes, but I'm so excited to just report that these have not been as difficult for me. And this is not a laughing matter because, oh my gosh, women out there, it can be debilitating, these hot flashes. I know so many women who can be having multiple hot flashes in an hour, all day long. I mean, crippling. Okay, so my heart goes out to you. And I know this is so difficult, and they're so upsetting, annoying, difficult. They can be scary. So we know with the hot flashes, it's pretty much just the fluctuation of the hormones, more per se, they think estrogen, or just the decreasing of estrogen. So like I said, I am happy to report, just so you're not constantly hearing on every video how horrible I'm doing. This is one area that I am experiencing hot flashes. Mine seem to be very short. They don't take over my whole body. I don't even have that rush of heat that comes all the way down my body. I will just get very hot and flustered easily, and my family knows, uh-oh, my son will say, it's menopause, mom. Mom is hot. So everyone kind of knows it, and I'm definitely experiencing it. But I'm also still struggling, and if you're out there, can you let me know that I'm also more struggling with so I'm to the extreme. So either I'm hot and I can't get cool, or I am cold and I cannot get warm. So let me know if you can identify with this. And I know that's just the fluctuation of the hormones, but yes, I find, and because we're in the winter, I find that it's sometimes just, I can never feel like I get warm. And I also have read that that can be the testosterone, that maybe that's our testosterone dipping low, and this is why maybe then we can't get warm, and we kind of just feel like we can never get warm. So I'm experiencing both extremes, which is annoying because I just never know, like, am I going to be freezing or am I going to just be like wanting to strip off all my clothes and sweating to death? So back to how frequent or often I am those are pretty frequent where I just kind of feel hot, I'm flustered, but usually it's about there is some sort of other heat around, like the heater's been on for a while, or I'm cooking. So it doesn't seem so out of the ordinary that, I would get hot. But I definitely notice I get hot easier, and even at times that I shouldn't be hot. And then the same thing with the cold. So go figure. So it's very confusing. I also feel like I have experienced what I started to experience more at first. This was when I was not taking the birth control, and I would experience the night sweats. Now, this is where I would just wake up out of sleep in the middle of the night and just be wet, like my whole entire body just be moist, like moist, wet. Now, so I definitely have to get up and just take off all my clothes. It never got so bad that like the bed would be all wet, but my skin would be all moist. And obviously it would wake me up out of my sleep. So I haven't been experiencing those as much. Now, here's my theory. I have a feeling, and I want to have this feeling, that because of my diet, I eat mostly no animal products. I kind of go back and forth between vegan and vegetarian. I've always been a vegetarian, so I don't go ever back to meat, but I occasionally allow dairy in and even some fish occasionally. So I really feel, you guys, that with my diet is why I am not experiencing horrible hot flashes. And if you are one who is experiencing these horrible hot flashes, I really recommend that you look at your diet and maybe do some changes in the diet, because they are now more showing. There's been a more recent study that has shown that diet is huge. And I've talked about this in the past. I eat a good diet. Now I feel like, okay, I eat a good diet and I still have tons of symptoms. But I always feel like maybe my symptoms would be even worse if I wasn't, having a good diet. And this is what I always discuss about the exercise, moving your body, the meditation, I swear has saved me. Yeah, okay, maybe it's not the magic pill and it's going to just fix it all and take it away. But it has helped with coping and dealing with it. And this is why I stress this and say it's so important to move your body, get enough exercise, and meditate, or anything. You don't have to call it meditation. Just reacting that relaxation response that your body can help you get through so many of these symptoms. Everything, okay, can help with them. Okay, it's not going to take them away, but it will help you deal with them. And I swear by it. If I wasn't meditating and eating a good diet and exercising, oh gosh, guys, it would be bad. It would be really bad. So I want to just challenge you to just kind of look at your diet. I really believe myself. Now, there's studies are showing out there, but there's nothing been proven. But, the cleaner my diet and the less processed food and the less animal products and lower in fat, I feel like it helps a lot. There's also 2 supplements that I want to share that I have been taking all along. This also is why I feel like I haven't really struggled with the hot flashes as much. So, and even really struggled, like they're a nuisance but they don't happen all, not very frequent at all. And when they do happen, it's kind of like, okay, I'm hot, that, like I said, the other one with the getting warm is a more troublesome. So I actually just heard of Dr. Barnard. I love him. Neil Barnard, I believe. He just did a study, and I wrote it down because I think he literally found like really promising results. And he did like a group of women who said, okay, don't change anything. And then he did a group of women who they said, I wrote it down. He has a book out. It's called Balance Something. I'll try and put it in the description box below. I really love him. He's more of a vegan advocate. He really believes in no animal product, not a lot of fat. So yeah, he's really more pro-vegan, but I think a lot of what he says makes sense to me. Okay, so what he recommends is, he really did this study on women that to take at least a half a cup or a cup of like edamames or soybeans a day. This is not going to fix everything, but he did find that this was really helpful, along with these other things. So you've heard all about soy, and the women in Japan supposedly don't really have hot flashes, so they really are connecting the fact that a Japanese diet, some of these other Asian cultures have a really high amount of soy in their diet. So he recommends taking, a cup of these edamames or soybeans every day, 1 cup. He also recommends the no animal products, lower in fat overall, no processed, and also, yes, okay, so that's what he did with a group of women. Now, he said it was drastic. It was like 84%. The women literally were like, oh my gosh, they're gone. So I really feel like he believes it was the diet as well, with, being mostly no animal products, lower in fat, good fats, of course, but still lower in fat overall. The soybeans per day. And this study, I guess these women were just like, plus they noticed other things. And that's what I mean by probably the diet overall really helped with other symptoms as well. I believe a lot of the women reported for mood swings, or if they had depression, a few of the other menopausal symptoms as well. And just overall, all kinds of other symptoms, lowering blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol. So I guess, but he just did it for the hot flashes. And so if you want to read more, like I said, I'm going to try and put it in the description. I don't know if it was solely just on that study for hot flashes, but I'll link the book or tell you what it is in the description box. But I love him. It made sense. I also want to say 2 more things that I have been doing all along that I really recommend. Some other women told me about it, and I think it definitely is a help, tremendous help as well. So the 2 supplements that I would recommend is that others are recommending. I am not a doctor. I always want to remind everybody, but my husband thinks I think I'm a doctor, but I'm not. And again, there's 2 supplements that I've been taking all along, and I do think they're helping tremendously. And there are some studies showing that the flaxseed is one of them, that is very helpful for us women. We need flaxseed. Put it in your smoothies. There's a bunch of different recipes you can find with flaxseed. You can put it in your oatmeal. I take that daily. I take almost 2 tablespoons, probably about close to that. Then the other one I really swear by, and I also feel like maybe that's why I'm not having as much trouble with the hot flashes, is Maca, Maca. And it is a root, and I'm sure you've maybe have heard of ashwagandha. So it's kind of these mushrooms, and then some of them are roots. And so these are supposedly, the Maca especially is the one I'm taking, and it's supposed to help with balancing out the hormones. So whatever it does, I think it works. I feel like if you're having trouble with the balancing of the hormones, which we all are, hello, that's the problem. But the Maca, I think, can really help, and I do think it's helping with the hot flashes. A few women are the ones who told me that they felt like the Maca was helping for their hot flashes. So I don't want to take up too much and make this video too long, but please put in the comments below, where are you at with hot flashes? How frequently are you having hot flashes? Have you tried something? What's working for you? What's not? We would all love to know. I say it every time that I know this is how we are going to get through this, by connecting and sharing. We've got this, women. This is how we're going to do it together, standing together. And let's make a change. I feel like the more we stand tall and stand together, we are going to say, no, we are not accepting this. We need more resources. We need more studies. We need more support for us and this journey. And I think if we just this is my thinking, if I just don't shut up about it and keep screaming about it, and sharing, then everyone will have no choice but to put more into helping us through this. So I hope this has been helpful in some way. I would love to hear. Please share. Please don't be afraid to share. This is what we need. All my love. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day or evening. All my love.